question is, how will I do this? Let's go here. Because why not? Really, Falcon? I thought you'd been done moping drinking. Let's see, what do I got? I got all my characters in the first chapter. Fifty Franz. Poisoned Rose. Hey Sammy, welcome to the stream. I am playing this game again for some odd reason. Not here to drink, Spousin, or mope for that matter. Taverns are a fantastic hub for information. If we wish to get to learn more about this Prince Juan, then it would be the ideal place to start asking questions. Oh, that's pretty good thinking. Ah, you two are back. Are you feeling any better, Falcon? Much better. Thank you for asking, Madame Quenelle. Oh, that's great to hear, hon. Will it be the usual? No, I'm back to investigate work today, so I gotta keep sharp. We want to know if you've seen a Prince of Spain around here recently. A Prince of Spain? I don't know if you noticed, hon, but this isn't exactly the classiest pub in Paris. I'm lucky to serve the occasional bordess. You can't forget about seeing a member of royalty. Oh, that's a pity. Maybe I should ask some of your patrons. Oh, feel free. Oh yeah. Okay. I just came from the entrance. Let's go to the card room. One more game. Absolutely not. My wallet's hurt enough as is. Please, I'll even let you deal this time. The answer is no. I'm skint. If you want to play cards, you will have to ask someone else. Fine, I'll ask that big fella. Excuse me, Monsignor. Monsieur. Yes, you, Monsieur. Would you play some Jacques Nord? Sure. Nope. I have a deck of cards with values between 1 and 11. I deal you one card at a time. If you hit 21, you win. Oh, so it's just blackjack. This is a man's game, monsieur. Only children gamble over petty sauce. Besides, higher stakes make for a more exciting game, right? I suppose so. I'm playing blackjack. Over 21. Yeah. Is that the 2? 5? 16? I'll stand. I got 16. What is he? He's gonna get higher. Ah! Douche canoe. Yeah, we'll go for another round. So this is a means of me getting money. Kill me, buh. 1. 12. Yay! I win! Here's your payout. Shall we go another round? No, I'm done. Maybe another day. Feel free to come back anytime. See? I won. Fontaine, so there I was in the grasslands at 10 kilometers downriver, rifle in hand, pursuing Stepfoot for about an hour, getting closer and closer, almost smelt the beast. Then when I spotted it, it was a boar, big stupid boar, completely oblivious to my existence. Raised my gun, and then BAM! You shot it? No, it was the most peculiar thing. The boar slumped over dead right before I could take the shot. Ha! Sounds like one of them heart attacks. Me nan went the same way. That's what I thought, but when I went to take a closer look, I noticed the boar was frothing at the mouth. Whoa! It was rabid? Possible, but I don't think so. I remember reading something about a frothing in the mouth being a symptom of poisoning. Needless to say, I left the dead animal alone. Ah, good call. Who wants to deal with tainted meat? Yeah, dragging to die from poisoning and give us any further details. Not much appointed expert, I'm afraid. Nah, hunter, not a vet. Just doctors and vets and stuff. I don't know any vets. Yeah, I'm barking up the wrong tree. You know, like walking encyclopedias. And Padre is the point if you want to talk about hunting, then I'm your man. But Spanish royalty, that sounds like a question to be answered at the library, not a tavern. See if I can earn some more money while I'm here. Of course I know how to play. I know. Let's do it. 10, hit. 11, hit. 18, stand. Oh yeah. We stand at 18. Don't you dare, buddy. Ah, I won! Take that. Nope, I'm good. 55 is fine. I went higher than intended. Yep, let's go. Let's make a move. Yeah. I can't believe it takes a whole day to do this. The pair arrive at Les Halles Market. Vendors and buskers, performers and thieves, peasants all bustle around the place. Prince Juan said he met a flower girl here. Swan with flowers over there. Do you think it's her? I think so. It's possible she knows the murder, or even if she's a murderer herself. We should probably act with tact and finesse. Of course. Tact, spouse, and tact. We've been over this. Aww. She's nice. Good day, monsieur. Are you interested in purchasing a flower? Yes, I wish to purchase a rose for my lady. Great amount of roses. I sold the last one a week ago. Oh. Sold the last one a week ago, you say? Please don't mind Sparrowson. He fell out of his nest when he was a baby, and he's been saying dumb things ever since. Let me introduce myself. I'm J.J. Falcon, defensive attorney. Are you Mademoiselle Singh? That's right. I suppose you're here to ask about the royal assassination attempt. How did you know? I'm no fool. I know that a rose I sold was used as a murder weapon. To be honest, I'm surprised it takes so long for someone to directly question me. The police seem to have a habit of missing obvious leads, so do you mind if we ask you a couple questions? Business is slow, please ask away. Where do you acquire your flowers? Normally I gather them in the wild. Last week I found these at the city limits, and that's the same place I discovered the Monskwood. But since it's still winter, I have to buy a lot of my flowers from merchants who travel to Italy and the Netherlands. That's how I acquire the rose. What can you tell us about the particular merchant? Not a lot. He's just an old man who passes through Paris a few times a year selling his goods. Who bought the last rose? Charming red fox. I met him around a week ago on the 6th. We talked for a little while about the usual things, you know, like how everyone seems to be in debt these days. Then he bought a rose and left. I hear that fox is on trial, but to be honest, I don't think he's guilty. Oh, why is that? Well, actually never mind, it's just a gut feeling. Yeah, I'm gonna pressure her. It just so happens that we're defending this particular fox. Doesn't say that could prove his innocence, now would be the time to let us know. Oh. Scared her off. Can I backtrack? Can I backtrack? Let me save and quit. Load previous day. Go here. Okay, so this stuff again. Where you get your flowers from? About your last one. He's off. You sure you don't want to buy some flowers? We can cut you a deal, only 10 friends for this assortment. I'll take a bunch. Yeah, they burn off the office. Thank you, here you go. And your evidence folder. And your evidence folder. I don't claim to be a flower expert or anything, but these two are weird choices. I suppose it's a bit strange, isn't it? The other flowers sellers stick to the popular dull flowers like tulips and roses. I like these flowers because they are rebellious. Yeah, how is a flower rebellious? Please enlighten me. They bloom in the middle of January. The flowers fought nature. They overcame insurmountable odds. It's quite an amazing thing to see. Oh, I think I get it. You don't need to hear me. I'm rambling, aren't I? No, not at all. This is all a pleasant discussion. Have a good day. And you. Okay, so Falcon and Sparrowson make their way to the place, the courtyard just north of this place. I don't speak French, guys. That's the Arc de Triomphe over there, right? I swear it's smaller than how I remember. Du Carrousel, you doofus. The big arc is up the road. What? No way. What are there two? Because when a man like Napoleon invades half of Europe, he gets to build as many of these triumphal arcs as he pleases. Cocorico. Alright, let's activate the intense music of a rooster. I never expected to see you here, JJ. That arrogant voice. Ah, good day, Servin. Let's be civil, JJ. Why don't we introduce me to your new assistant? Fine, fine. This is Sparrowson, my assistant. This is some random cock dude. The most pompous prosecutor in Paris. Oh, you two are old school friends or something. More like arch rivals. Please, JJ, I think arch rival implies some sort of competition. As I recall, we've met in the court on 5 occasions, and on 5 occasions you did get humiliated terribly. I'm amazed a failing bird brain like you is still able to get clients. Actually, business has never been better. Oh yeah. Juan Querido, that's a very amusing coincidence, don't tell me. Correct, I'm the prosecutor for the very same case. Pity that the Spanish prince will be indubitably hung. But I suppose that is what he gets for hiring a bird brain to represent him. Don't call me a bird brain, you're the only bird brain here. Tisk, one always speaks badly when one has nothing to say. Altari. Oh, he's giving you the verbal smackdown, Falcon. Make a witty response. A witty response. I don't agree with what you say. Can't stand that guy. He did seem like a bit of a cockereel, but it's true that he said, you know, that he trounced you in 5 court times. I can't deny it. He has a reputation as a ruthless prosecutor, mountains of evidence, surprise witnesses. No wonder he always manages to one-up me. But this time will be different, right? Oh, I hope so. I know so, for you see, I stole this a noted map of this pocket when he was busy rattling on quotes. Oh. Sparrowson, that's I mean, it's impressive. Pretty impressive, actually. I swear you were standing 3 meters away from the whole time. You tall birds are so busy with your heads in the clouds that you don't ever notice us small folk running around your feet. Pinching the pockets was like taking candy from a very tall baby. Let's get a closer look, shall we? This map shows the entire area, everything from the Tuileries to the Rue de Louvre. Most convenient. We're currently standing here, and those pendant arrows seem to show the route taken by the king's entourage, which means the king first went here, and then here into the Grand Gallery, where the murder occurred. Didn't he spend the time in the garden? That's right, so as we approach from the west side, somewhere over here. Sounds like I have a lot of places to visit. Where should we go first? Over here. And wander the... Oh, look, the photographer's back! Until they spot a familiar face. Doesn't that groundskeeper look over there familiar? Yeah, now I'm looking at it, he does look like the photographer. What's his name? Robito Robinho, I think is what it was. Yeah. Someone call me. Oh, it's you, the lawyers who don't appreciate my masterful photographer. Let me see it. Good to see you give up the artsy dream and pursue the more grounded career of groundskeeping. I'm not doing this willingly. I was given community service for committing perjury. Can you believe that? They gave me an esteemed photographer of community service. Me. Yeah, I can believe that. Perjury is somewhat serious. You should be thankful you got off without jail time. You sound like that self-righteous judge Maxine. You want to ask me something, or you hear the dog? I'm just copying. Couple questions. Have you met a Prince Juan? Spanish Fox goes by the name of Prince Juan. Spanish Fox? No, I've never met anyone like that. This is about the assassination attempt of the king. Then you're asking the wrong guy. I only started working today. I see. Groundkeeping going. Terrible. Tourists are pigs, sometimes literally. Look at all the rubbish I found. Beer bottles, tin cans, apple cores. Picked up with our west entrance. A book page. Oh! Hold up. Hold the phone. There's a reason why all these are options, because that is the missing book page from the thing he was reading. It's a page from Don Quixote. It may take it off your hands. Sure, what's it worth to you? It's trash. It's literally worthless. I'll give you the page and I'll speak. Yeah, I'll speak with the judge. You might be able to send your news. Really? You do that for me? Thanks. I would really, really appreciate that. Here, take the page. Page 44 of El Ingenio Hidalgo Don Quixote de la Mancha has been added to your evidence folder. Got something else? Nope, that'd be all. Thanks, bud. Okay. Let's go over here. No, we're not done yet. No. Grand Gallery. There you go. Grand Gallery, the murder room. I believe the murder occurred right under the new painting. See, Hunter's painting. Which one's the new one? I haven't the foggiest. We will have to ask someone around. Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Yeah, no kidding. Excuse me, monsieur. Looking like you know your Mona Lisas from your last suppers. I don't want any attention. Maybe he isn't talking to me. Nope, he's definitely talking to me. Keep it together, Eric. Hi. Would you happen to know which painting was unveiled on the 7th of January? The one the king came to visit? Oh, yeah, I can help you with that. It's the piece right behind you. Ah, I see. It's a painting of the king himself. Wait, the king's a duck? Goose? That's one noble-looking penguin. A penguin? What do you think of it, Falcon? What do I think? Well, I'm no art critic, but I don't care. Yeah, we're sure not. The careful brushstrokes, the pre-Raphaelite soft tones, and the sublime use of light. This contrasts nuanced work. It's Speaking for yourself, Falcon, I've never even been to the Middle East. Well, then I'm guessing you're here to investigate the king's assassination attempt. That's right, we're actually hoping we could ask you a couple of questions about what you saw. I wasn't even in Paris. He wasn't even in Paris when it took place. I didn't see anything. But, friend, I have a friend who might be able to help you. What's this? Oh, Fox. Bernard Volpis, private investigator. Thank you, but I don't really normally deal with these gray area of the law types. Please give him a chance. He helped me out on a bind before, and I'm sure he can do the same for you. Well, I'll keep hold of the card. I appreciate it. It's no trouble. So I got it. Thank you for your time. Anything else we can do? Ideally, we would turn the whole gallery upside down and hunt for evidence. Not possible with so many people. We should probably just move to another room. Alright. This is the room where the king and his entourage stopped in before heading to the gallery. Not very popular. Right, interview. Well, since it's quiet, maybe we should take the opportunity to do a little snooping. Would be the point. Surely all the interesting evidence would be at the other place. Think about it, the police would have already gone over the ground with a fine-tooth comb. But I bet the numbskull inspector Volerti, yeah, didn't even check any room for clues. Might be a murder weapon just under our beaks. Your logic is a little questionable, but it wouldn't hurt to have a look, I suppose. Shiny copper urn, I guess it was used carrying water for cremation. Probably not at the same time. It smells good. Don't sniff the exhibit, Sparson. No, really, the urn smells amazing. It's almost chocolatey. You poor thing, you're hallucinating from hunger. Would you like to stop by a bakery? Don't patronize me, Falcon. My nose never lies. I'll tell you something here. I can feel it. Touching it? That's a definite no-no. Look, I found it in the urn. Someone's old rubbish. No, look, it's a chocolate wrapper. Judging by the smell, the chocolate was bitter and dark. 70, perhaps 80% cocoa. Belgian in origin. Oh, you know what? That is toxic to a lot of mammals. Discarded just a few days ago. Yes, I am certain the chocolate contained in this wrapper was undoubtedly consumed on the 7th of January, the day of the murder. Mon Dieu, Spoutson. You deduced all that from smelling the wrapper? Imagine what I could work out if it tasted it. That won't be necessary, Spoutson. If you could apply this level of critical thinking to areas outside of food, you'd be the world's best detective. Well, all evidence was edible. Yeah, no kidding. No one to know. Suppose we just have to visit every person in town and sample every bit of merchandise in comparison. What a chore. Interesting, because I see the Emporium written on the wrapper. Yeah, there you go. Some sort of stand or podium. Maybe it's a decorative piece. It's a Roman doorstop. Roman doors were enormous marble slabs, so the doors had to be very similar large in order to stay in place. These columns have been designed look Roman, but I think style's Ionic. It's not Ionic. Irony is when a character says something, but the reader knows it means something completely different. You mean irony. That's not, never mind. Yeah, okay. Ha ha, because there's a pun in the secret pun and stuff. Okay, let's do this. Cabinet full of engraved plates, mostly bronze. How much do you think they're worth? 300 francs a piece at least. Are you serious? I'm in the wrong profession. I don't think archaeology works as a get-rich-quick scheme. Who said anything about archaeology? I'm gonna be a museum robber. Oh, I just wanted to get rich quick. Yeah, no kidding. Some sort of ceremonial container. It's beautifully crafted, but what it's contained? Maybe a wine cabinet? Oh yeah, a wine cabinet would be nice right about now. This is a sacred Mesopotamian artifact gifted to the Emperor Hadrian for his victory of Euphrates in 123 AD. This could be a hippo chamber pot for all I know. Yeah, it seemed like a tall tale when he said 123 AD. Supporting columns holding the roof up. If the column were truly supportive, it wouldn't hold the roof up. It would encourage the roof to get to its location on time. Ha! 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 Punny. I like it. The person who did write these jokes is relatively witty. I appreciate it. Yeah, let's go. So we can always come back later if we've forgotten something. Makes me think, oh my gosh, how many more days are there? Is there something else to go to? So I just need to leave. Did I just waste a day? I just wasted a day. Storm is brewing, my brother. Ah, interesting cinematic. The word of the royal assassination attempt has spread. Everyone's cowering. Won't be long before we've rioted. And then a revolution will occur. Ah. Okay. Neat. Let's go to the library. Don't eat poison pork. The other advice, if you want to learn about a member of royalty, we should hit the library. That makes sense. I've been meaning to ask since we're in the library and all. Are we a classic literature fan, or do you prefer more modern work? Reading is for squares. No, I do like the classics. I saw you reading the book about naughty limericks the other day. You didn't think I would notice because you put a dull-looking slip cover over it, but I knew, Falcon. I knew. Ha! Nathan! But it's a donkey. Would you, messieurs, mind lowering your voices? I can hear you squawking from the other side of the building. Oh, my apologies. We'll keep it down. Wait, you're a librarian, aren't you? An astute observation. Yes, monsieur, as the only quiet person in the library, I am most assured the librarian. I have your attention. My friend wanted to ask you something. Oh, I do. That's right. Don Quixote. You can tell us about Don Quixote. It's a classic. Everyone has read it. Yeah, everybody. For those who haven't, I'm not going to sit here and summarize a great work of literature for the two imbeciles who are too lazy to read. Nor would I expect you to, but what can you tell us about the physical book itself? There's no library stamp on the card. I assume it was acquired from a bookshop, a French bookshop. The French translation of the publishing information wasn't a giveaway. Thank you. Have any other questions? You are a scholarly, well-read individual. I'm sure you're up to date on geopolitical news like that. I don't need your praise. Spell out whatever imbecile question is in the back of your throat. I understand that the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Can you give us a brief rundown who the people are? Pay attention. I'm not repeating myself. The current reigning monarch in Spain is Queen Regent Elizabeth II of the House of Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand VII. Father her husband. Although it's certain possible that an immediate family member could stake a claim, however, the Queen's position is currently being disputed by the Carlists, headed by the Count of this so and such. Yeah, we are interested in the prince. Prince Juan Querido, is that what you said? I think you've been misinformed. There's no current prince of Spain, and not even sure Querido is a real name. It is certainly no line of any Spanish monarchy. How strange. I mean, one thing's for sure, our client is not the Prince of Spain. Maybe he's a delusional lunatic, or perhaps he's involving us in some sort of con. We don't have long before the trial, but it may be our interest to confront him directly and get some answers. Yeah, that's all. Let's go to the Chocolate Emporium. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Lander hosting the Chocolate Emporium, the finest Belgian chocolate shop in all of Paris. Found an overlay of the establishment. Our lawyer is very fancy. I must say that I once dreamed of being a lawyer, but well, circumstances wouldn't allow it. It's a funny story. You see, when I was a younger boy, I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney. Falcon, you have to help me. What is it? It's the smell, Falcon. It's overpowering me. It's demanding that I lay waste to the shop. Yes. Yes, please. Give in to the temptation. Lay waste to the shop. Restrain yourself. Oh, so your mistress should buy some chocolate. Yes. No, we're actually here on business. Business? First things first, I believe that the chocolate wrapper originated from a shop. Are you correct? Oh yes, that's indeed the trademark of my wrapper. It was almost certainly bought from this very establishment. Very good. With that is something else we wish to ask. That's nicely. Any chance your chocolate has been contaminated? If not, I stand by my claim that my chocolate is finest in all in Paris. I go to great lengths to ensure that the highest quality is ensured and contaminated. I see. There's something else you wanted to ask. Who bought this piece of chocolate? Can you tell us who bought the chocolate? I'm afraid not. Not necessarily confidentially, although that is a factor, you understand, but because I couldn't possibly know that. My memory is impeccable, but you must understand that I have dozens of customers a day. There are hundreds of people who would have potentially bought this particular item. Any further description and name of a person, would you be able to tell us whether they purchased something from you? Oh yes, I could probably do that. Let me think. What to ask about? I'm Prince O'Malley, if that doesn't help you. See, I'm the girl a lot higher. Cockerel with a ludicrously good posture named this guy. No. Making the aimless guesses, we should wait until we have someone specific in mind. Okay. Oh no, I screwed it up. Hold on. Now let's save and quit. Load a previous day. Go here. Ah. How'd you memorize the criminal codes? Memorize? Come on, learn how to bluff. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, there he is. Ah, Senor Falcon. It's good to see you again. You have some good news about my case, I hope. Listen, Juan, in order to maximize the chance of a successful trial, I need you to know every little bit of information. I can't work with half-truths. If you tell me one thing and the prosecution evidence tells me another, we're both in trouble. Do you want me to spell it out? I know that you're not the Prince of Spain. I know that your name is not Juan Querido. Where is this coming from? I assure you, Miss... I assure I assure you, Miss Signor, I am who I claim to be. If you want to try to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come express it willingly. Wait, wait, wait. Calm yourself. I'll reveal all. Did you say Monsignor? What happened to your Spanish accent? Your suspicions are well placed. Juan Querido is not my real name, and I'm not a Spanish prince. That was just a persona I concocted for the purpose of getting arrested. What's your real name? It's an empty label, a vapid reflection of who we really are. Today I'm Juan Querido, Prince of Spain. Tomorrow I may be Bruno Reyer. Ah. You're Ronald Volpes, private investigator. Very astute, and you are Monsignor Falcon, private. Yes. That wasn't actually always your name, was it? Just like me, you know how to adopt a new persona at a whim. You changed your name, Falcon? I didn't know that. This isn't about me, Juan, Renard, Monsignor. We're trying to uncover the truth here. Of course. Why would you get arrested? Why would you want to get arrested? You're putting me in a difficult position. If I tell you the full story, it would put someone in danger. How about this? I'll tell you a story. I like stories. There was a girl, a mademoiselle, who came in a great deal of debt. I know who this is. Indeed, in this particular mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and the man wished to collect. Mademoiselle had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, and I will forget what you owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I am owed from your parents. An alternative option, Mademoiselle accepted. But another man, a gallant knight with foolish notions of chivalry, heard the story. Knight knew the murder was inevitable, but she saw a way to take the fall. Yeah, it wasn't the subtlest of allegories. The birds have flown south for the winter. I feel like I did stuff out of order. Nope, I'm not nervous. Senor Falcon, I trust everything is in order. Absolutely, I have every intent of bringing the truth to light. Ah, such confidence. That's magnificency and bring the truth to light, you say, an admirable goal. No more jousting as imaginary giants. Yeah, we're ready. Okay. JJ. Whatever your name is. Nervous? I'm nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm just calling us a cuckoo. You're a nervous one. What courtroom is nervous? Cool your feathers. Order, let's settle down. Court is now in session. Falcon, what is it? Does the primary judge look hairier today? That is a little strange. Yeah, Judge Maxime would be residing over the case. Where is he? Got on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with the flight of stairs. Oh, wow. Murdering Major Hal. Oh, this guy's back. Without fear, tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Please recite your name and occupation. Inspector Juste Voltaire, I'm servant of the law, scourge of the gutter rats. That will do. Well, I've heard your monologue before. He's going for the speed record. Now that you can tell us a witness on the morning of the 7th. Of course, at 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called there by one of the King's Royal Guards. Did you say o'clock? Yeah. There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis, and the corpse of Major Howell with a rose in hand, around 24 citizens, and the king himself, all attest to seeing Mayor Howell taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand and then promptly dropping dead. Determined with absolute certainty that Mayor Howell died from poisoning. Aside from a prick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm. Therefore, the poisoned rose must have been cause of death. Meh, pointless nitpicking. Yeah, cross-examination time. Let's see. Ten. Let's ask about the poisoning. You say that the coroner determined with certainty that Major Howell was killed by poison, correct? He states the signs and symptoms were textbook, there was no possibility of death was natural. Yeah. How was he poisoned? Was he poisoned was the delivery mechanism. His finger was pricked by the poisoned rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested to seeing him hear this. Was he poisoned by something else? That was an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You just heard the 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? That the pricked finger had no... I doubt that the Major Howell poisoned, but I... Oh, so, yeah. Actually, I can't tell him that. Why not? We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning given the time of the incident. Now would be a good time to make a test. Here's a marvelous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with the rose. If there's no poison in the rose, then Prince Juan lives and he's free to go. If the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies, but that's okay because the punishment would be just fitting in the crime. Marvelous suggestion. This is not a witch trial. It's not how we do things here. Calling your feathers is clearly a joke. Far more humane ways to test for poisoning. I'm sure the inspector will inform his duty to due diligence. Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison at all. Why is that? Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force and burned it to ashes. Such unprofessionalism. If we have no way of knowing whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question. Nice try. But through the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. In other words, there's nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Look at this. Paper wrapper, piece of chocolate. It was found in this area, and we can date its consumption to the day of the incident. You're not suggesting that Mayor Howell ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I most certainly am. Intriguing, pretty convincing, yeah. Yeah, did not rival every piece of trash the crime scene would In other words, you overlooked it. How unprofessional. Prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display. I offer my apologies, Your Honor. I won't want you to apologize. I want your damn job properly. Wow. It was found there, yeah. Reason to believe that it was consumed the day of the incident? I do. Expert food tasting witness who's willing to testify need be. You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. Oh, I see. But you do know for certain that Major Hal consumed the chocolate. Well, that is a fact that we're still investigating. Who is you? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Please state your full name and occupation. Full name and occupation. So, Kingly, I'm a person who fishes. Fisherman. Oh, yes, that's how it is? I thought the French justice was better than this. Beg your pardon? The Kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman, because didn't you hear? All kingfishers are fishermen. Well, you are carrying a fishing rod. Can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel, and bait without being branded a fisherman? Look, the prosecutor's carrying a riding comb. Clearly he must be a horse jockey. Fine, fine, we can list your occupation as person who fishes and not fisherman. Thank you. Why do you carry a riding comb? I've never seen you ride a horse. I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-some-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane? This is veering quite far off the course. Could the prosecution please get back to the questions? Of course. True that you were nearby this place. The railing. New bridge with a stone from, yeah, that's right. Redoing the time incident, I was fishing. Ha, Kingfishers, am I right, Falcon? So you would have plenty of opportunity to see the people who entered and exited. What you tell us you saw? Naturally, I saw a lot of people, but at 9 o'clock I saw the king enter the building. He was surrounded by his entourage, of course, and around 9:30 I saw a safety-looking fox looking around the entrance. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. And I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem. The rose was never poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the poison. I smell perjury, yeah. He saw a thrifty-looking criminal reading poison and cackling near the scene of the crime. That's not believable at all. I think you might be right. Evidence that calls into doubt. Yeah, let's cross-examine this guy. Yeah, I'd probably ask about the location. You're sitting on the railings. Yep. What other entrances can you see? Great advantage for seeing the garden. What about other entrances? The other entrances you mean like when you're entering into this place? What if we use another entrance? Definitive proof. Book page. A book page? Yes. Page 44 of Don Quixote specifically was found just outside the west entrance. This proved nothing. Not done yet. Take a look at this. The rest of the book. This is the book he's been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he's had it in his person for some time. Page 44 is missing. That was the first thing I checked. Do you realize what this means? Defendant was present in the gardens prior entering. Means that, in all likelihood, the defendant entered from the west entrance, not the south. But maybe the defendant looked a long way around. One can still travel. Oh, an extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the pre-murder scenery. Let's not say silly things. Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page out to mislead the investigation. Now you're the one who's speculating. It's not a blind speculation, it's a viable hypothesis. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. The page from the book fell out of his way. Or 2. He deliberately planted the page off the off chance that he would be discovered and then took a long way around. The nerve of you to lecture me on philosophical concepts. How dare you, sir? I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making basic mistakes. He missed it himself. That's not what I meant. What a twist! I must concede. You concede? At this point, Falcon's having strongly suggest that the key component is false. I made that part of the story up, but I did see a swan lurking around the south entrance of the morning of the murder. A swan? We're 10 minutes overdue to start on the other trial. Ready? Alright, Curtis is hoping we have the case wrapped up in a single trial session. It's a shame, but ultimately, the accurate sentence is always preferred to a speedy sentence. Friday. Do your job, get this. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, I think he was coerced. The judge, yeah. Hey. Didn't think those actually existed. Falcon, stop your investigation or there will be consequences. Scary. There's no question that this letter originated from Major Howell's murderer. He or she must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth. That sounds about right, but why would a person write about cut-out newspapers? Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason, although I can't help but wonder why they would bother since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it. Yep, we're gonna keep going. Yeah. Let's go to the Chocolate Emporium. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so I've seen that already. Who bought the piece of chocolate? Say yes. I did serve a person like that a little while ago on the 6th, to be precise. Did he say anything special on that? I recall he was a pleasant fellow, big toothy grin. About 200 grams of classic dark Belgian chocolate with a custom filling. Custom filling, some type of caramel. He provided himself with it. He unfortunately did not bring enough for me to sample. What does that mean? Should make assumptions, meaning that the judge likely eats chocolate, but if the judge purchased it, crime scene. Original right here. I'll keep them for tax purposes, you understand? Yeah, there you go. Only true people, true villains, write in green. Let me go to the other places real quick just to see what's going on because I won't waste time going there. Maybe we went to check out a book. Don't say silly things. Okay. Nope. It's you two. Mousy, what are you doing here? This is where I work. See? Renard and Mousy, Monsignor Vulpes and I carry all sorts of investigations together. It's normally Monsignor Vulpes who chooses which case to take on. Message for you. And Prince Swan himself wants to know if the birds have flown south over the winter or whatever that means. Yes, the birds have migrated successfully. If Monsieur, I mean Prince Swan told you that, then he trusts you. Must want you to have these, take them. Use train ticket stubs. 2 people who took a railway to Vienna. Ah. I have an idea. They're the parents of the lady. I'll have one option. The secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. We still got one day until the trial. How do we spend it? I suppose we could revisit, or maybe we should just play some cards. Something wrong? You seem usually quiet. We need to talk. What's up? Dangerous things to do, I know anyway, but I realize we're missing a crucial piece of evidence. What would that be? Yeah, don't do it, Spousen. We need you. You already consumed the raptor 45 minutes ago. Spousen? That's a big needle, Doctor. Medical health, not toxicology. I sent for a specialist who will be here by tomorrow morning. He'll take a full assessment. That's good to hear. Thank you. Take good care of him. Terrible. You have finally found you. Someone's... This chicken, you're one tricky lord to find. Told you to drop investigation, but you wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? I can't see you. Step forward. Last thing you ever see. Nighttime, I'm just sleeping. Yeah, so he's dreaming at this point. Put on a cutesy voice, act all innocent, you ate the whole thing up. Failures and failures and failures, no desire to improve yourself. You're a joke. How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in front of your grandfather. I shouted, my grandfather? What are you talking about? Here we go. So that's a waste of a day. Doctor or mortician. Yep. Giro Falco. Yep. Don't call me fisherman. Yeah. Grudges. It's time for roll call. Bench not present. Such unprofessionalism. Make it quick. There's no room for wishy-washy delay, but it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it starts to do. Room to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then when the trial still has a chance. You're the prosecution, or you have nothing to worry about. The guilty verdict is all about guaranteed. Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict. Yes, you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. No, my job description is not to prosecute, but I am here in the courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. That's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent and there's little that can be done, I can hear no more of this matter. The defense is present, Your Honor. You're too late. Something like that, yeah. We are only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice. Rules are rules. Prosecutor Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Your Honor? But Your Honor, rules are rules, and one more word out of either you and I shall boast disbarred. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The King of France, he's here. Wow. What a surprise. My 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it's the first time seeing a trial where the case had ended before it even begun. The defense was late and pish-posh. France has become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead and with the trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath and get us started. I swear to speak without hatred, without fear, and to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Tea and toast, normally do, dressed in my PJs at the time. My entourage and I entered through the south entrance at 9. We passed through fanfare, and then I unveiled a new painting, gave a short speech. Approached by a man claiming to be Prince of Spain, he presented a rose which was taken by Major Howell, and well, I think you know the rest. Indeed I do. How dare you, Dr. Keen, the utter nerve. Calm yourself, I have no qualms. Standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material. Passed through there. Briefly looked at the paintings, then moved. What did you see there? Yeah, what did you see there? Roman stuff mostly. I mean, aside from that, for example, did you talk to someone in the room that wasn't a member of your entourage? You're reaching. You already testified he passed through. Alright, let me think. There was this giant door stop, and then there was this copper urn thing. There was something else, now that you ask. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much for a sweet tooth, but Major Howell was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. What? Did I say something startling, prosecutor? No, please continue. I think the prosecutor is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial. That's debatable. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her, but she was a sorry-looking swan. Young, sorry-looking swan. I don't suppose her name was Mademoiselle Sinji. Sinji, that sounds familiar. Why, yes, I think it was. She was called that. I see. This is significant. She gave chocolates to the Major Howell minutes before he died. Now just wait 1 minute. I see what you're alluding to, JJ. Suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the mayor. But that, well, chocolate is poisonous to dogs regardless of it's laced with anything. Just saying. Without that, we can assume the song was merely offering a gift rather than murdering. Yes, yes. Shame on you, defense. Implicating a poor innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why I ought to end this trial. Hold on, I do have evidence since the chocolate wasn't poisoned. If you have a piece of evidence that's significant, you would have slammed it down already. Present it. Well, I can't. Come on. Objection. Sorry about, I always wanted to do that, yeah. Are you okay? Yep, doctor said that I had an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I would like to testify that on the poisoned chocolate issue. And we got a doctor's note, see? It's too late, trial's over. You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it. Why are you arguing with me? I thought the job of public prosecutor was to assist the judges. I told you, Your Honor, my job isn't getting a guilty verdict. It's to ensure that justice is served. Worst prosecutor in all of France. Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note of the court to hear. Patient Sparrowson was submitted to the hospital where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These included profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originated from the plant known as aconite, aka monk's hood, aka wolf's bane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying poison. Examining the content of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically... Oh, we can skip that bit. Yada, yada, yada. Here we go. Signed, Dr. foul red. Between your note and the king's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. Awesome, wait. Did you say the king is here? You can get his autograph later. Right. What happens now? Do I get cross-examined by a prosecutor or something? Yeah, I don't really see much to cross-examine either. Here's a note signed by a medical professional definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We could nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it would be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that. What are we doing here? We do nothing. The poisoned wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. But the level of doubt is reasonable. Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree JJ's evidence is still tenuous. A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link, a not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proven beyond doubt that Major Hal was killed by the chocolate. You're still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that it required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back your claims? Oh, I brought along a witness. Hello. You? Sparrowson. It's great to see you on your feet, and you have been an enormous asset to this case, but why are you trying to pull off now? Surprise witness. Surprise witness? Yeah, surprise witness. Brought the flower girl so that she can testify. I would like to testify. Okay. Do you have any objections to call me upon Mademoiselle as a witness? No. Bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan, not to convict her. Of course. The oath? Swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Swear to speak without hatred and without fear, tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Good, very good. Please state your name and occupation to the court. And this is her name, and I'm a flower seller, and tells the courtroom of your activities on the morning of that. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter around 9 o'clock. I followed, came up to stop, and the seller did tea, but I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. Guard died because I personally had previously added poison to the chocolates. No, that can't be right. I used poison derived from the monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it is simple to acquire. Why'd you do it? Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He's a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it for the better of France. I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something. Are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely. No, monsieur, I'm confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt and no one else's. Intriguing. Pretty convincing. Yeah, you gained a little favor with the jury. Like you wormed a confession out of the murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So shall we wrap up this court session? No, I haven't finished my examination. Further questions? You've already proven your client's innocence. I wish to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan, and you've done that job. Discussing level of diligence. Nonetheless, I believe the Mademoiselle has omitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further. You and your prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? Fine, if I'll shut you up, I'll let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. Can't imagine you have anything up your sleeve to show the... Yeah. Train ticket stubs. Look at the names. Papa and Mama. In Vienna? Really? They're really safe? They are. The tickets are arranged courtesy of the Fox. And that means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely. Indeed, go ahead. What are you two muttering about? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I did go on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolate to the king. Except it was not from my volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh, and my flower business has been struggling. One day a man approached me, a man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold. I could not repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. Assist him with a murder, and he would drop all debts. Refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus. Ha! What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute, desperate attempt to pass the buck. Sheer laziness of this girl is accuse a man she's never before met. She's blatantly floundered. Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitied yarns during my time as a prosecutor, although admittedly this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. It's quite odd. But in any case, these sort of stories never turn out to be true. They're always proven to be fabrication. Never been more honest. Like to believe your story, but accusing a man, a judge of no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof? Proof? He lent you money. Then you both must have signed a contract. That contract was as proof. He said the money was a gift at first, only later did they have to repay him. How convenient. Of course, this supposed contract doesn't exist. Mademoiselle has no proof because her story is a blatant lie. Present the well, the pen. Yeah. There's a receipt for a box of chocolates from this emporium on the 6th of January made out to the man named Romulus. The writing upon the receipt is clear. The man named Romulus bought chocolates on the day before the murder. These chocolates happen to have been on the same brand and flavor as the ones that were used in the royal assassination attempt. By itself, this evidence would not be definitive. It would only suggest that the judge has something of a sweet tooth. But taken in conjunction with the mademoiselle's updated testimony, that would imply that the judge was directly involved in the assassination. Yep. That receipt's not mine. I haven't stepped a foot in a chocolate shop in years. You cannot be serious. The receipt is indisputable proof of your purchase. Watch me dispute it. What you have there is a scrap of paper with name on it. Is it forgery? Are there simply two men named that in Paris? I haven't a clue. What I do know is that you have nothing to prove that I was the one who signed the receipt. This is absurd. Do you want me to dig up court documents with your signature so we can undertake handwriting analysis? That wouldn't be possible. I believe His Honor uses a rubber stamp for signing off official court documents. That would be correct. Well, no matter. I don't need a judge's signature. I already have in my possession proof that the signature of the receipt belongs to him. I would assume that would be the pen at this point. First things first. You dropped it. That's mine. Thanks. I've been looking for that everywhere. Thought as much. Last night I was assaulted outside the hospital. I did not see the assassin's face, but I did accidentally grab something from the garments as I was thrown into the serene. So that's why I smell of fish. I wanted to say something, but I thought it might be rude. The fountain pen is the very item I grabbed. Did I say the pen was mine? On closer inspection, I see it must have been mistaken. Save it, Your Honor. I'm not here to press assault charges. What interests me most about this pen is the ink it contains. It is emerald green in color. And we all know only baddies write in green. Yes, well, more importantly, it's rare and unusual choice of ink color. I would venture that only a dozen people in all of Paris are arrogant enough to write in green. And I would venture that only one of those arrogant people is named Romulus. So Judge Romulus lacks respect for classic penmanship. What of it? Chocolate receipt was signed with emerald green ink. There's no more room for coincidence, no more doubt. There's only one narrative that can tie this ridiculous string of evidence together. On the 6th of January, we're reeling it in right now. 6th of January, you, Judge Romulus, bought a box of chocolates with a custom filling. That custom filling contained poison originating from the flowers of Mademoiselle Singe, a street seller who owed you a debt. On the 7th, you leveraged that debt to force the girl to present the poisoned chocolates to the king. Then an idiot of a man by the name of Juan framed himself as the murderer in order to take the fall for her. You pushed for Juan's guilt by priming a witness, Kingly, and when that failed, you pressured her to take the full responsibility of the crime. That is the only narrative that makes sense. Admit it. Oh, he actually admits it. He admits it. I did. I purchased chocolates. I added the poison. I put a peasant girl in debt just so I could force her to make the fall. I was the one who wanted the king murdered, but there's not a damn thing you can do about it. I'm the one who holds the gavel. I'm the only one who passes the sentences. With a snap of my fingers, I could have each and every one of you guillotined by nightfall. Who judges the judge and stands above him? Nobody, not even God, can condemn me when I sit so highly. Attempting to murder king, corrupting the people. What an utterly repulsive individual. He doesn't, but I do. I'm not done. I'm not done with any of you. You're all guilty, you see. Revolution is coming. The rebels will overrun Paris. The king and the government will fall, and the whole nobility will be slaughtered. We'll have a glorious second republic, a republic free of class, where everyone is free and equal. Don't touch me. Ranting lunatic, your majesty, ignore him. Of course, carry on, Inspector. Ha! I guess we're supposed to take over the prison judge's duties? Well, given the surprise series of revelations that took place, results are clear. To Prince Juan Cordial to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty. Yay! Not guilty! Not guilty! What happens to me now? Yeah, no kidding. What happens to anyone? As it happens, due process was not followed during this trial, and the judge thoroughly disrupted the proceedings. Consequently, I believe that most of the testimonies given during this trial session would not be seen as valid in court of law. It says you're free to go. Correct. As a prosecutor, I see no crime to prosecute. Really? Thank you so much. And Monsignors, without your help and assurance, I don't know where I would be right now. Are they? I think so, but you have to ask the fox for details. I don't know exactly what he's arranged, although now that judge poses no threat, suppose your parents would be free to move back to Paris. Yeah, I'd go to Vienna too. This place is messed up. Everyone's talking about an uprising. Clear out here too. There is a revolution coming. Oh, she's gone. It was quite a feat. Everything went far better than I could have hoped, but you surprised me at the end with that little lie of yours. Lie? These trials, testimonies are completely invalid. Bullcock. You and I both know that this trial has produced ample valid evidence for her to be detained and tried. Even with the coercion accounted for, I bet she would still be found guilty of conspiracy murder. Why are you holding back? 10, 15 years ago, I probably would have done that. When I was fresh out of law school, I thought my role as a prosecutor was to condemn every criminal. I thought, if the guilty person ends up being behind bars or hanged, then justice has been served. Excuse me. Started getting details with experience. The extenuating circumstances, the personal considerations, the gap in the law where even when due process is followed to the letter, good people are punished and wrongdoers walk free. I hate it, so I changed my role. I decided that I should not strive to secure a guilty verdict, but ensure that justice is served. Yeah, you said that a number of times. I could prosecute her, definitely be convicted, but what would be not serving justice? He's a good lawyer. See, he did a good job. Must congratulate us. Or am I still using the old accent? I of course mean congratulations. No big deal. We're just doing our jobs. Yeah. What should I get just now? Nice, I got some. He's got a bad record. His family name is hugely respected by the loring world. I chose Monsignor Falcon as my lord for that reason alone. I don't go by my old name for a reason. That's fair. We shouldn't be fixated on the past, should we? After all, it's already been gone. Future is where our potential lies. That's what we should be paying attention to. Storm is approaching fast. Revolution? Indeed, I dare say the wolf is right. A rebellion is coming, one way or the other. You probably have a surge of work over the coming days. If you want me to dig up the dirt on anyone, please feel free to drop by my office at any time. He's a private investigator, is what he does. Tea or coffee? Coffee or tea? I don't know. Do I want to... Game has been saved. End of Act 2. There are like 5 acts? So there's a revolution in July that occurred. The French Revolution, I take it? I know this song. Like Les Mis all over again. The Sleeping City, Act 3. I'm gonna have to leave it here, I think. I don't know how many acts there are. I think there are 5 in total. I'm not entirely sure. So we're over halfway through the game, and it's actually been pretty interesting. And I want to finish it as soon as possible because there's stuff coming in the horizon very, very soon that I'm excited to share with you, but I'm going to save it for another time. Thank you all so much for watching this series. I know it's kind of weird. It was originally made on a dare, but I'm enjoying it. I will see you all later.